You're right, guys. So, ignore the voice, I just woke up. I have been a believer of the dream theory for so long, like, it's crazy. And no one else believes it. People are like, oh, it could be, but I'm 100% sure. Let's get started. First quick point is just, why would the entirety of FNAF 4 be, like, insinuating a dream if it wasn't supposed to be a dream theory? Like, they're called nightmares, for Christ's sake, so it's gotta be dreaming at some point. Why would you have to have the night watch instead of day watch? It's because you're asleep dreaming at night, and you don't dream in the day. You don't sleep in the day, unless this kid's nocturnal. This even solves, like, why Chica goes into the kitchen, because on the plush bib, in FNAF 4, it shows, the crying child, it shows let's eat, and the crying child's really like, okay, where'd you go to eat and make food? The kitchen, which is why in FNAF 1 you can hear the kitchen, which is also how you hear Chica in the kitchen in FNAF 4. And look at the, okay, I'm happy about this. Just I want to open your eyes to this one. Look at the design on the walls in the FNAF 4 establishment during the cutscenes, alright? There's just like this confetti just everywhere, right? And now look at the FNAF 1 and 2 establishment, okay? Even the balloons in FNAF 2 and the FNAF 2 tables are the same design as FNAF 1 tables and FNAF 4 walls. It's too... I understand that, like, you know, even though companies, like establishments get shut down and the company moves over to a different platform or different building, they may still use like themes and aspects, but the confetti, come on, the same tables, really? The first animatronics we see in the whole franchise are the plushes, and all the plushes there are Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, and Fredbear, and Golden Freddy. And I understand that Fredbear is different to Golden Freddy, right? But there are a lot of links, okay? Fredbear is separate from the 4, like in the game, and it's theorised that the Fredbear plush isn't real. But then in FNAF 4, Sister Location, it finds out to be real, which is, you know, why Golden Freddy can only be seen sometimes and just disappears, because that's what the plush does. In the FNAF 4 cutscenes I'm referring to. Right, this next part is literally, like, I would live for this theory, right, this little section right here. Because this on its own could persuade someone that the dream theory is real, right? I noticed this, I found this, right? If you haven't left a like already, and I'm about to tell you this, okay, leave a like. Right, are you ready? I don't think you're ready for this. This is big. Do you remember in FNAF 1 where Golden Freddy appeared on a picture frame in Cam 2B, right? Do you remember that? That's one of the jump scares you'd get when he appeared in your office. You'd look in camera 2B, and then on a picture frame, I can't remember what it was originally, but then Golden Freddy's face would pop up, right? Just his head, no body, just his face, like a face portrait of Golden Freddy in Cam 2B. And also note that Cam 2B is the closest camera to your left, okay? So you've got a face portrait, a Golden Freddy head in a camera to your left, okay? Now, look in FNAF 4 in the establishment, right? When you're walking, what's the closest to your left? That's right, a picture of the head of Fredbear, aka Golden Freddy. Yeah, that's it. Alright, but there's more. You must be thinking, yeah, but Golden Freddy and Fredbear are different. Are they? Crying Child is, well, a child, right? A young child. His young mind is simpler, right? Fredbear, that's his official name. The Crying Child owns a Freddy plush. When he goes to the establishment, he sees a Freddy on stage. But he doesn't know it's Fredbear, so he just calls it Golden Freddy. Even the name sounds childish. Like, I understand that the company is a childish, like, business, but a child is not going to call it, oh, Fredbear, you're just going to call it, oh, like, Yellow Bear, which is also a name that he's been given, because he's literally being called that by the Crying Child. Sorry. That was just, like, the biggest thing, because when I noticed that, I was like, oh my god, right? Because it's so parallel. Come on, that must have been there deliberately. Alright, moving on. When you speak to the girl, ginger pigtails and green eyes, no, you thought she was baby, she says, her exact dialogue is, you'd better watch out, I hear they come to life at night, and if you die, they hide your body and never tell anyone. This could be more accurate, right? This could not be more accurate to how FNAF 1 plays out in the dream, right? The animatronics come to life at night, and when you die, look at the death screen, just like how the little girl said you would die, hidden away, left to be forgotten. You would not imagine that if you weren't told that, right? When the crying child is locked in the storage room, FNAF 4, crying child can see a headless, threadbare body on the ground, right? An endo head on the table to the far left, and head on the shelf, right? Body on the ground, endo head on the table, and to the far left you got heads on the shelf. Well, look at this screen. Alright? A head on the far left of the table with animatronic heads on the shelf. Where? In a storage room. Guys, come on. Get with the program. Right, come on, I'm trying to open your eyes up here. Now look at the body. A limp, golden Freddy body lying right in front of him. What's the other place do we see Golden Freddy in FNAF 1? Lying limp on the floor right in front of him. Okay, right, okay. In FNAF 4, he turns around in a storage room. There's a limp, lifeless gold bear right in front of him, just sitting there staring at him in the face. Okay. And then you see in the jump scare, the fucking thing, okay? And this is even more interesting, linking back to literally what I said a few seconds ago. Crying child, this is a bit scientific, because this is quite, like, I'm trying to be accurate with, like, measurements and stuff. When the crying child looks to his left and he sees the head, okay, it's right in his face. And the jump scare is the head on its own, right in the screen. A bit like how he would react when he saw, when he turned to the left and there's a massive picture of his head on the fucking... Guys, come on, look at that. I didn't explain that well, but I hope you understand what I mean. First of all, to the left of us, we can see a fan on the top drawer. In the dream, in the office, there's a fan. That's just one thing. The crying child, taken into account, has no idea what an office is like, so he's getting inspiration from experiences of real life and putting them into what he thinks an office layout would be. So in his room, there's a fan, right? In the centre of the room on the ceiling, a single light hangs, and in the dream, FNAF 2, right above us, in the centre of the room, is a goddamn light hanging from the ceiling. And it gets better. Look in FNAF 4 how the child operates the room. He travels to the left door, the right door, shines his light down the hallway, then if he needs to, shut the door, but only temporarily. Because power. In FNAF 1, you can turn on the lights down the hallway and shut the door, and due to limited power, only temporarily. Need more evidence? I've got it. Look in the corners of the crying child's room. Right? Look in the very corners of the crying child's room. What do you see? That's right, you see stars. Oh, just a coincidence that stars seem to be a recurring theme in these pizzerias. Look at these. Even the phone guy's true identity is revealed under the dream theory. He is the toy on the floor. Many toys are able to speak, right? Just look at Toy Story, when, like, the snake in the boot. So, like, due to limited programming back in the day, right? You know, they wouldn't really be like, oh, I'm hungry, can you feed me? Let's go play. It'd probably say something a bit more simple. Like, hello? Or maybe hello twice. Huh? Yeah. Some new proof I got from FNAF 6, right? This is my final part. Sorry, this has been very long. I'm just trying to get everything, right? Some new proof is that in FNAF 6, there's a secret cutscene that shows 5 gravestones. One on a hill, and that is currently known, right? What is important, that 2 of the gravestones say Fritz and Jeremy. Presuming we play as Gabriel, which is actually quite fitting for a crying child. I don't know why, but it just sort of fits. This shows the names of the FNAF 2 characters, right? We're convinced that Gabe's life, I'm going to call him Gabe, you know, we're convinced that Gabe's life recalls, you know, real life, and since they're his brothers, it would make sense for them to be relevant to this, to his life and dreams. Implementing them into these games, they're on the note, they're on the paychecks, Fritz and Jeremy, and I think the names, I don't think the surnames are canon. I thought I would just think they're just like generic made up names like Smith and Fitzgerald. Thanks for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed and subscribe if you're new. I've been Ben for the FNAF Theory channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Sweet dreams.